This is Lauren.
This is Trey.
And this
is the Partnership Podcast.
Okay.
Lauren has a headache right now.
I do.
And I told her, I was like, we don't have to do this. We can throw all this stuff in a bag. We can do it in New York. We can not do it at all. And she's like, the show must go on. So here, gentle audience, hear me when I say this. She cares about you. Lauren loves you. She does.
I feel so on the verge of tears. I have so many things to bring up.
You could just you want to just cry? They love it. The people love it, honey.
People love it.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a headache. I think anyone who's ever pushed towards something they want has experienced that veil of discomfort and doubt and all of those types of things. So we're also about to leave our primary residence for about 5 weeks. And my greatest value on this earth is courage. And I want this adventure for us so much. And it's a lot. It's a lot on top of everything else. And the thing I'd love to jump right in today, if you're okay with that, is 2 podcasts ago, we sat in these chairs and I was going to introduce a framework, and we had a beautiful conversation about monogamous long-term partnerships and how people can often feel duped in relationship. And we talked about Danae Logan's framework for it. You and I had a misunderstanding. We realized we were having 2 different conversations. And my virtual assistant made a reel, like a clip of where I'm explaining Emily Nagoski's format of that when we are wanting sex, often we're wanting those 4 different things: connection, pleasure, feeling wanted and desired, and escape. And we talked about it, and it's really cute on the clip because you can see that I'm talking to you, and you can see that you're like smiling back at me because I'm like smiling, and we're talking about all of the deep difference there is between pity sex, obligation sex, and sex that is mutually wanted and desired, because we are cultivating a relationship in which that can bloom and grow. That reel is hitting a section of the internet right now, and I've been telling you this, that what is going on behind the scenes, this might make me cry, in my professional world, is I deeply believe that we need more female voices in the sex and relationship conversations, especially in the long-term partnership / marriage discussions of what does good sex look like there. Because the manosphere is loud right now. There are a lot of cisgendered straight men who are being very, very loud and feel very bold in their statements about what women should be giving sexually. And so I feel very called to speak on a topic that I have researched and continue to research. I'm ravenous to learn and grow and expand my own understanding of. I am as much of a student of this material and this subject as I am an expert. And we posted this reel, and it has hit a section of the internet, which this is a unique one. I've never had this before. I mean, this is yesterday. This is from yesterday to today. This is what your wife is dealing with. It's a UK straight white male population who...
The British?
It is so fascinating.
Ew.
And they... what I would like to talk about today is this idea that if you've chosen monogamy, you are to just give your husband sex, that was part of the agreement, and that he can only get sex from you, so you should not be withholding or manipulating. Or the men in these comments, I am thankful, because they have helped this reel reach the types of people it actually needs to reach, because what they can't see are the saves and the shares and the people to whom this is truly impacting. Because what I am hoping is that reel is also being shown between partners who love each other like you and I love each other. And what I have said to several of these men, because what they come in and do is attack me. And they're like, no one would ever want to sleep with her. What a horrible partner she must be. Or what a horrible wife. He must despise her. All of these types of things. Little do they know. But what I am hoping is the conversations that are going on that are not happening in the comments are beautiful. And this is why I will continue to do this. And this is why I feel that this podcast that we do is absolutely critically important. So this headache is driving me crazy because I feel so passionate about being in these chairs with you. Because you, day in and day out, help me understand what it truly is to exist in a male body and to love humans. And I refuse to reduce my understanding of men to those men in the comments. I refuse. I know the good ones. I work with them. You are one. They are beautiful humans. But what I'd like to talk about is this idea that you and I have been talking about since we found each other, truly, of the entitlement to sex inside of long-term partnership. I just need to pause. I don't know. Where do you think this is coming from? This idea that men are the victims in this situation.
I don't know. My biggest question is, especially to the Brits, what if you're a daft twat? Like, do you still get sex if you're a man? Like, what if you're I don't know, like an untrustworthy, I'm just speaking about men, cunt. Not in a good way, like you're just a cunt. I have a hard time wrapping my head around just because you get married, you get to get fucked whenever you want to. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, don't you need to earn it? Don't you need to like attune to somebody else? I don't like it. I don't know. What else
Can
is
you
there?
say more about attunement? What does attunement mean to you? Because I love when you use it. Yeah, what does attunement mean to you as a man, as a self-identified man who is straight inside of our marriage?
Okay, let's set it where everything's going well and we're in a good place and okay, we build desire in different ways where you have a slow burn of desire, like built over hours or sometimes days that lead to like wonderful, like erotic charge. And I have more spontaneous desire where I could have sex at the drop of a hat. So when I say attunement, in order to like listen to you and in order to like, hey, what does Lauren want? She wants, I don't know, date night. And she wants to look hot and to go out and touches and conversation. And then sometimes you just want to be fucked also. Sometimes it's like, hey, I have some time in between sessions. What are you doing? For a quickie. So that's attunement where I don't know, like I'm interested in what you want.
It's so beautiful.
I think that's attunement.
Yes.
And sometimes I can't provide that.
Say more, because say more. What do you mean?
I run out of energy pretty quick, and like I'm kind of like dust after, I don't know, 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon.
We're pushing it right now. We're recording it like noon.
I get all my shit done. If I want to get like high level stuff done, it's in the morning and then it's in the early afternoon. So sometimes it's hard for me to be present in the evenings. And the thought of like having a sexy date night, either I don't have time or I just don't have the space for it, or I have to preserve energy where I'm not doing certain things in the daytime so I can be present for that.
Why do you do all of that for me? That's a whole lot.
Well, I would say, why do I do all that for me?
Say more.
Well, like if I'm taking care of me, then everybody else gets taken care of. So this isn't some type of like sacrifice. I've been there. I've been the like the good do boy, and I figured that out when I was a kid. Where because I had a fucking psycho of a mom. What's the actual term?
Narcissist.
And she
Well,
got mad at the drop of a hat.
Bipolar.
Bipolar.
Yeah, she
so
was
my
diagnosed
mother
with
would just
BPD.
go to rage at the drop of a hat. So I would keep myself safe, and I would keep her happy by doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
Or by giving her gifts and blah, blah, blah. And as in my 20s, I thought that's how you like got a woman. You did a bunch of shit for her. And then when we were together, and this was like year 2 or 3 in our relationship, I would run around doing things for you that you didn't ask for. And then I was angry at you that you weren't reading my mind, doing the same things for me. So I've been there. I've been like the service is the way to her heart or the way to her pants and doing all this shit. I've been the fucking do boy and the good boy. And I figured out it was just something I did as a kid to keep me safe. And I no longer need to do that, especially that you're not asking for those things. So I'm doing a bunch of things that you're not asking for that are stressing me out. And then, you know, it goes, oh, fuck. I have the problem. I need to change. Because it's so easy to be like, oh, you, oh, this, oh. And it's like, oh, shit, how about I just take a breath? So I'm really just trying to attune to myself. And the thing that we were talking about, like date night and shit like that, I want that to sound fun for me also. Where I'm not just trying to get pussy.
Yeah.
Or get dick for, you know, our gay brothers out there. UK, huh? Homophobia is pretty rampant there. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
that was fascinating to hear you say, honey, because yes, way to rephrase, because that is exactly right. You don't do those things inside of our partnership for me.
God, the British, their fucking haircuts, the haircuts on these men, God fucking bless. And then you got your jean shorts down to your like past your knees.
Listen.
No wonder you guys are pissed off. You come over here, you try to give us what for in the 1700s. You fight a war in a forest wearing red. No wonder you're fucking pissed off.
You found Trey's favorite.
I heard about your stock exchange. It's bad. That's. I think that's all I got.
He writes these jokes in his head, friends. This is a niche overlap of history and comedy. Trey's
British are coming after us again. God bless.
Me. I need to make a meme. What's so interesting too is I have phenomenal European clients. So hi, love you all deeply. I know that this little subset does not represent UK or Europe. I am very aware, I am also very aware of how the algorithm populates what is seen. And I know that once one of these men has commented, then all their dudes also see it. And I know what it does. And again, it has brought people who've needed the information. So I am here to see it. But what I want to go back to is your very, very beautifully put point of it's not for me. It is a way in which you have discovered, because you are a thinking man, that, you get to change over time. You identified a pattern in yourself that was leading to resentment and disappointment and frustration.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
The whole attitude of I'm married now or I'm in a relationship now and I should get sex when I want to, that's some sucker shit. That's some like sucker shit way of thinking. It's not how like actual sustainable partnerships work. It's something else. Now, for me, I wanted an actual partner. I wanted somebody I could pitch and catch with. I wanted somebody that was an equal. I wanted somebody that was that I looked up to and admired. So, it's just the whole like I should get sex now and I can kick my feet up and eat chips because I got this whole relationship on lock. Like the entitlement. Like what the fuck are you entitled to? It's a sucker way of thinking. It really is. And then it's I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like in my 20s, yeah, it's a very childish way of thinking. I'm 41 now. In my 20s, I went out and I tried to get laid a lot. And I hurt women's feelings because I wasn't really concerned about what I was doing, but it didn't feel good either. And I this is always the thing where it's like, I wish I knew what I knew and blah, 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 blah. Like, I wish I knew in my 20s what I now know in my 40s. And I'm going to say that in my 50s.
Of course.
So, like, it's just, I wish I was a little bit more eloquent about this, but it's just a sucker's way of thinking. I'm entitled to sex. You're not. I think you're entitled to leave. I think that's it. I'm not entitled to your body. I'm entitled to leave if I'm not happy. I'm not entitled. You're not entitled to mine.
No.
Yeah. Huh. Oh, could you reverse it this where you take away sex where a woman's entitled to a man's labor? That's interesting to me, where it's not sex because we take that off the table. But what if we reframe it where it's like, no, I want you to work or do something, whatever. And it's like, wait a minute, I'm tired.
Well,
I did that all day. Or I don't want to do that. I want to chill. I want to play video games. I want to go fucking hang out with my guy friends. It's like, no. I'm entitled to this because now that we're married. That would be, for a woman to say that to a man, that'd be some sucker shit.
And people do.
Sure.
I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
I need everyone to hear that I am absolutely calling out entitlement anywhere. We are not entitled to the labor, to the sex of our other partner simply because we are in a marriage. It's not, no, that is property shit. No. I loved that you said that because, yes, I do think that so many people in male bodies do believe that they do have to labor for their spouse. I think that they do believe they have to do that, and there might be verbiage coming towards them of, this is your honey-do list. Have you ever seen one of those?
Sure.
Like, these are your requirements. This is what you have to do. Well, you're home from work. Now you do this. And this weekend, I own your time. I work with this. I work with kind of uncoupling that. This idea that we get into primary partnership, marriage, for certain purposes, and that marriage is supposed to work a certain way is very common. And I want to be clear, as an educator and as a coach, I believe that all of us were given scripts, supposed to's, ideas of what relationship was supposed to look like. I get it that we're all functioning from a certain idea. And I don't wag my finger of shame at human beings who think a certain way. Grand. That's what you were just saying. You used to think a certain way and then you learned something and now you think a different way. That's fine. But I think we do get to question where these beliefs come from, especially beliefs around ownership of another person's body or labor. Those are interesting conversations. And I, yes, to your point, very much agree that we shouldn't be, as any gender with any orientation, having expectations of a partner of things that they are supposed to give us. I believe very deeply in creating and crafting agreements together that feel consensual. Betty Martin's famous for saying limits first, then joy, then generosity. when we are in partnership, what a joy it is to give to one another. That's one of our favorite things on earth to do, is ask each other every day, hey, is there any way I can support you today? My gosh. And then at the end of each day to say, hey, checking in. Any boo-boos, any ouches? And what was the highlight of your day? Because this relationship that we are co-creating together every day changes. My requests that I get to put forward to you because you ask me, is there any way I can support you, get to change on a given day. Sometimes I do ask for support with a labor-inducing task, right? Could you use the leaf blower and blow my path? Sometimes you do. Sometimes you say, hey, babe, I can offer to blow your path today. Would you like that? Great. Sometimes I accept it. Sometimes I'm like, no, don't worry about it. Like, that's okay. It was just, the wind blew it, whatever. I do believe that partnership is amazing and that it can be luscious and easeful and feel like a lift. But the moment we start believing that the other is supposed to do anything for us simply because there's a title there, scary. Scary, scary. Thoughts?
What's the solution?
Macro or micro solution?
Micro.
Curiosity.
Okay. How?
Asking questions of your relational partner regarding their level of contentment, joy, and desire in the partnership as it stands right now. As it stands right now. And then listening, truly listening. I think most of us listen to respond, not listen to hear. And so I would ask a question about that. And then before giving any feedback, I would ask 2 more curious questions about something you just heard. I would challenge our entire audience to get even more curious than they ever have been. Because if something feels lacking in your relationship, chances are your other relational partner is aware as well, or maybe they're not, and an open conversation would be the space to start. Demanding is not the way to go. Curiosity is. Truly listening. Because I think some of the greatest changes we have seen in our relationship have been the result of one of us pointing out an area of growth and saying, hey, that's a pattern. Please talk to a professional about that one. Would you agree?
Yes.
So it's not that I think that we are to ignore areas that could be worked on. No, I think we can. And I think our partners are often the perfect person for the job. And I think entering in with a posture of curiosity is beautiful, life-giving, generative, joyous. Entering in with a posture of ownership, possession, I'm telling you, you should, you're supposed to, you have to, is dangerous and ugly. And as partners, renegotiating our relationship agreements at all times is one of the juiciest things on earth. I believe that we survive better in pairs. I believe in community. I believe in partnership. Thank you. Thanks for coming to this episode of the Partnership Podcast with Lauren and Trey. Take what you like, leave the rest. These are our opinions and our opinions only. You have a right to self-determination and informed decision-making. If you want to work on making more informed decisions, go to sexedforyou.com/free consult and request a free consult with me. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.